Good afternoon, investors. This is StockMasterTalk here with PTOO. That's the PTOO Incorporated. GoldMedalPennyStocks has been providing coverage for this company for quite some time now. I think we're going on 3 or 4 weeks. We've been talking about this one here, and as you can tell, for the last half of last week, we saw pretty rough closes. We saw us down 1.98% on Friday, and also considerably more the day before. And it's just been a 3-day trend that we've been seeing with closing out a little bit shorter than the day before. So what I wanted to do was go through the stock chart, talk about the indicators, and just let everyone know that I'm starting to see some more bullish indicators here. Most importantly, involving our Bollinger Bands and also our RSI, among some other things. So I just want to get started on that. And before we delve into that, let's just start that we opened up at 0.72. We did see a high of 0.99 and a low of that 0.72, but we did close at that high there of 0.99, and our previous close was at 1.01, so we did go down about 2 cents. That was the negative 1.98%. It could have been quite a bit worse than that. Luckily, it wasn't. It recovered a little bit. Furthermore, this was only on a volume of 3,460 shares, so this wasn't very significant trading here. This was just very volatile, very all over the place. It wasn't a very productive day, I would say. But anyway, on to the 14-day RSI. You can tell it's at 40.11. We are between the 50 and the 30. That's a pretty solid place to be. The 5-day RSI, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring up the 5-day RSIs, because you can tell that it's beneath the 30. It's at 26.04. That's the oversold area. This stock is undervalued right now. It's quite a bit further down than it needs to be. It overextended itself. It needs to recover pretty quickly here, and we're going to see that RSI bounce up pretty quickly, I would say, because if you can notice, every time it comes down here, with the exception of late last year, I believe, it went down quite a bit further, but we usually just kind of dip down beneath, and then we recover pretty quickly there afterwards. So I'd like to see that follow up this short week that's coming up. Got a lot of shares to squeeze into 4 days, so we're going to be seeing a lot of action on that, I think. The daily charts here, I've got a couple signals that I'm really excited about. You can tell that we did cross clearly beneath this bottom Bollinger Band a couple times here over the last 3 days. And generally, when you cross underneath that Bollinger Band, you see a recovery. You see it bounce back up again, as it's often made analogy to the fact that it's like a rubber band. You cross beneath the lower Bollinger Band, it's going to bounce you up to the top one, and vice versa, which we saw happen. We did cross over that upper Bollinger Band, and then we crossed down to the bottom Bollinger Band here, which is at 0.952. We did close up a little bit above that, but like I said, crossing underneath that, crossing that line is actually a really bullish indicator in my opinion. Volume is consistently trading here. We are kind of on this little downtrend. We saw the end of the week kind of just puttering out there. People weren't very interested, and I think that's also going to play into the fact that we saw such low PPS by the end of the week there. The MACD line actually crossed underneath its signal line. It's underneath the 0 line as well. Not by very much, though. It was also very reactive. It happened very quickly, which when things happen very quickly in the stock market, that means they're volatile, and we're not going to see that stick all the time. Accumulation and distribution, this is an interesting one here. We did see our price dramatically drop. We did see all this happen, yet our accumulation and distribution continues to rise. Now what that's telling us is that this seems to be just like a shake. The price was forced lower, in my opinion, so that people could buy up some more. This is a good opportunity, and a lot of investors are taking up on it to accumulate some more shares. They're going to grab a few more with anticipation to see this stock continue to rise. On balance volume is moving in the opposite direction of accumulation and distribution, and that tends to be a good bullish indicator. Even despite the reds that we were seeing, our check and money flow was also very positive here. We have been continuously gaining strength here, climbing up towards that 0 line, and we are just beneath it at negative 0.001 by the end of that day, telling us that the market is actually improving here, and these trades were beneficial to the long-term longevity of PTOO. PPO is much like our MACD line. It's actually very similar to our MACD line right now, where it crossed underneath its signal and 0 line. I'd like to see that recover as well. The ADX, negative DI, is at 45.4. We are coming down nice and sharply there, which is quite interesting as well, comparing to what we saw on the charts. And I'd like to see this continue on here. I'd like to see the positive DI come up a little bit as well. If we get any positive trades, if we end on any green days, I think that positive DI is going to react very positively to that, and we're going to see them converge a little bit better. ROC is at negative 10 right now. This was a pretty sharp drop down that was following along pretty What's the word I'm looking for? Pretty alongside our PPS. I don't know what I was trying to get at there. But anyway, it's at -10. Our CCI actually dipped down beneath 2. It's at -178.45. This is quite a ways down, and once again, I think this is far overly extended as well. This is far lower than it needs to be or deserves to be. The stock is much more much higher price in this. It's a much better stock for what we're seeing here. This to me lends itself to just a bad day, a bad couple days for PTOO. This is far lower than it needs to be. People were scared. They sold out when they didn't really need to be. They forced the price lower when it didn't need to be. And I think we're going to see some recovery off of this coming up this week. Trix continues to be bullish. It's above its zero line and the signal line as well, which is also a strong indicator there. Very excited about that. Overall, what you should get from this stock chart is that I think this is far oversold. This was a very reactive, very short-term movement that we're seeing from PTOO. This was just emotional trading going on, in my opinion, as well as people trying to get some more shares at a cheaper price before PTOO continues to climb. The app is being continuously well received. It's actually talking with partners and celebrities, and it's just all over the place. This stock is going to react with that, and what you're always going to see is you're going to see the prices go down before they go up. So thank you for watching, thank you for staying tuned, and thank you for continuing to follow PTOO with me, StockMasterTalk, as well as GoldMedalPennyStocks.com. This is a very interesting stock. I'm really enjoying following this one, and as Gold Medal Penny Stocks, we are also very happy to provide coverage for it. We're just talking about the stock, and we're really just getting it out there so people can see it. This is a very interesting and seems to me quite unique stock as well. It's really entertaining to watch. So subscribe at GoldMedalPennyStocks.com if you haven't already, so you can get all the little emailers and all that stuff. And we'll continue to bring you coverage for it. You can talk to us on iHub. Just search Gold Medal Penny Stocks. Please like, subscribe to the video here, and I will talk to you later. Bye.